And welcome back to the shit behind the show, everyone. So, real quick before I get started, just want to throw out some gratitude. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. You know where to find me if you've been listening and going along this journey with me. Go find me, go follow. Please go subscribe on YouTube. The videos are a little bit different than the podcasts. I do add some extra little tidbits in there, some shorts, and have a lot of fun with it. It's been a great ride. So thank you for going along this ride with me. Thank you. It's been tons of fun. So yesterday I talked about the path to cultivating a relationship with self and kind of how I did it a little bit and what that means to me. So another step in that is planning for the short term, the middle, and the long term. So part of being thoughtful regarding cultivating a great relationship with oneself is it is so important to make sure you set priorities in different time frames. As you know, you can't start here on home base and end up back at home just like that and cover all bases. It's one step at a time, one base at a time. And so it is very important to have realistic goals and set milestones and steps for yourself. This will make it easier. This will make it more fulfilling. And this will make it feel like, okay, I've covered all bases. I've explored every area and avenue with this timeline that I can at this moment. So, and I'll explain that a little bit better, but it'll help keep you on the right track to just baby steps. As you know, anything in life takes time. It takes progression, and progression can be slow at times. And then all of a sudden you're there and you look back and you're like, holy shit, look at all I've accomplished. But it didn't seem like that big of a job because it was baby steps. One chunk at a time, a little bit at a time. And for any of you that have started your own business, you know, having a healthy relationship, I will tell you, again, for us, it was a lot of falling down and getting back up again before we figured it out. And so it can be applied to any aspect of your life. So realize that motivation in short term is often based on the reward. Okay, so you've got motivation. Okay, I've got this idea. I've got this area of my life that I want to work on. For this, self-love. So I want to gain a relationship with self. The finish line is complete self-love, to where I am so in love with myself. I feel so happy just being with me and who I am, that I have now created this life for myself and I've met these goals. Well, we both know there's a middle to that. There's a journey. And I am telling you, the journey is the reward more than the manifestation and more than the endpoint, the goal. The journey is the reward. The journey is where you will learn the most. That is where all of the lessons are. That is where all of the growth is. That is where you can look back and say, holy shit, look how many times I fell down and I corrected myself and I got back up. Or I thought I wasn't going to make it here because this thing interrupted my path, but now I'm here. So it's so important to focus on the middle and just be as you're chunking at this, as you're going along this path of self-love and relationship with self. So say it's like you started a new class, and in order to graduate, you have to take all of these courses. Well, you're not going to start the class and have this idea and then graduate. But where's all the learning? The learning is in the courses. The learning is in the center of the book, not the beginning, not the end. And I'm telling you, that's where the most joy comes from, and that's where the most learning comes from. It's not from the end goal. So the long-term satisfaction is where it's at, right? that's where all of these lessons, the journey is going to create this amazing recipe, I guess, of the most amazing life that you can have and cultivate for yourself. And that is where, again, it's pretty amazing. You will take a step back and look at yourself. First of all, there's so much pride in knowing that you've created a life that isn't from a mold that someone else created. You created the mold and then you created the life for yourself. It's so empowering. But also, it will help you to reach a lot of other goals in life. If you can have that confidence within and that relationship within, there are so many other goals that you will go after and you will succeed. You will meet those goals. So a lot of this is like really taking a step back and thinking, okay, when did I feel the most comfortable within? Or have you ever? I talk about my journey, and I feel like it had been years since I felt comfortable with who I was and in my own shoes. I am the girl that sings in the car now. I, again, throw all my stuff out on social media, and I'm quite okay with it. I do have a lot of people who talk negative to me, who put me down or have along this path, but I have even more that are cheering me on. And I have a lot that come to me and say, I want to do what you've done and you help me succeed in that area. So really focus in on where you are, where you want to be, and if you've ever felt like you loved yourself. A lot of this is self-reflection and self-awareness. You have to be honest with who you are and what your thinking is and where you're at in life and who got you there. You got you there. You may have been listening to someone else, but you made the choices to listen to them. So how are you connecting with your body? How are you really just listening to that gut? Next is connecting to your spirit. This is something, that I identify with big time now, but I didn't in the beginning of my healing journey. So what I like to do, and I talk about all the time, connecting with spirit, connecting with this spirit, connecting with the universe, to me, I can do through music. I go on my canyon drives, I meditate, spend time with those that I love, just doing things that I enjoy. And that is how I get in my happy place. I'm telling you, meditating is so powerful to quiet the mind and just be one with yourself and spirit. And there are zero cares in the world. You can do it for 10 minutes. You can do it for 30 minutes. Sometimes I turn on a meditation all night, but it's really, really great for the mind and spirit and the connection there to just quiet the mind. And that will help you go within and just listen to what this person really desires. And that is a huge part of self-love for me. And it can help you cultivate a safe space for yourself. And it's almost like putting on a fancy dress for a woman or a suit for a man. Putting on a fancy dress for yourself and just being like, look at me, here I am. I have created this beautiful thing, and wearing it proud. That is what self-love is like, and connecting to spirit. Like, here I am. I'm this beautiful being, and I feel good in my own skin. It's like dressing up and feeling nice. You feel good within, and you feel like I look in the mirror all the time. I'm like, damn girl, I don't care if anyone else thinks I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty. And that's both inside and out. Do I have my days? Yeah. I definitely have my days where, and my guy is great to help me stay on track with that. If I say anything negative about my body, he shuts it right down. He won't let me. And he's saying those things, he coming out and saying, that really helps me correct my thinking and think, oh yeah, that's not self-love. I'm not going to talk negatively about myself, because I'll tell you what, if you keep telling yourself I'm at a weight higher than I want to be, or lower than I want to be, or I don't have enough tone, or my tummy's not flat enough, it will be. It will be. So have that positive conversation with oneself. Give yourself grace. The affirmations are important. Look in the mirror and say, "You beautiful, and you're awesome, and you got this." So that is connecting to soul. And again, it doesn't have to be what I do. It doesn't have to be the practices that I do. You choose what makes you happy. Take a moment and ask yourself, how am I connecting with spirit today? Or am I? Or have I? When did you truly just listen to your inner being and your heart just sing and you just dance within, or you physically, or you want to dance? What happened that killed your spirit? Where did you lose this? Where did you lose the self-love? Because we aren't born with low confidence. We aren't born with no self-love. If you talk to any child, I will use my grandkids as an example. My granddaughters, of course, beautiful. Just the sweetest, most beautiful little souls. They are amazing thanks to their parents. I will tell them, "Your hair looks pretty today," and they will say thank you. There is no, "Oh, well, there's a hair out of place because I've been out playing in the yard." Or, "Your outfit's really pretty. Thanks. I picked it out myself. I love it." And they do a little turn. There's not, "Oh, but I've got this fat right here," or "this dirt stain right here," or "I've been playing outside, so I'm a mess." There's none of that. My grandson, love that boy. Today's his birthday. He's 6. It's crazy. We went on a date. I take all my grandkids on a date for their birthdays. It is something that I just love. One-on-one time is so important to me, and they love it. I invite you to adopt that idea. You're welcome. But he and I went on a date on Saturday, and the conversations that we had, and that boy walks in the store just with his head held high and, "Grandma, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to eat. This is what I want for my birthday. And look at me. I'm so good at this." We played a game and he's like, "I got this. I'm good." There was no negative self-talk from that little man. He is just confident and he just knows who he is and what he wants. And there's no one that's going to change his mind. And I absolutely love that. But it's because we were born this way. And then society, parents, friends, maybe it's just TV, conditions us to think differently. "Well, I'm not that person, so I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't have that body type, so I'm not good enough. I don't look like them, so I'm terrible and ugly. I don't have this job. I don't have this amount of money in my bank account." And slowly, we're chipping away at that self-confidence, and we're chipping away at the self-love. And we are now conditioned to think that when we look in the mirror, we have to neglect and we have to point out all of our flaws instead of pointing out how amazing we are and what areas we are amazing. And I really hope that a lot of you listening are shaking your head and agreeing, especially females. We make it so much harder on ourselves than it needs to be. I mean, truly, we're all beautiful humans. And I believe from the bottom of my heart, as long as you are living a life that's fulfilling for yourself, you're being kind to others, you're throwing judgment out the window, both for yourself and for others, and you are doing the best that you can do in life, you've got this. You've got this. There is nothing wrong with you, and you are amazing and a beautiful human. And this is something that I wish everyone could discover because, again, I've discussed how I've been in sales the last few years. And if I didn't have that confidence, there's no way I could do that job. And it has its moments that it gets pretty slow and it gets crazy. And I get told no a lot and turned down. And, I've even been hung up on, things like that. If I didn't have the confidence within and really have that solid foundation of relationship with Christine and self-love, easily, those days could knock me down on my ass and really steal my motivation and really just create all of this self-doubt and make me not want to move forward or keep trying. So it has helped me a ton in career. It has helped me a ton with my podcast and my coaching. I am extremely confident in the progress that I have made and how I've gotten here. So the plan that I have followed, the steps that I have followed truly work. And I know that when I share these steps with others, that it can help all of you. So that is another area that me having a true great relationship with self and loving who I am has helped me with my personal journey in life, which is helping others and being that person that helps you all cultivate that self-love and that relationship with self that's so amazing. So I'm telling you, today, just take a step back and self-reflect and just think, okay, where's my soul today? Am I happy within? Am I speaking positively to myself? Am I really connecting with that inner child and that inner person? Am I seeing my beauty? And if not, really take a step back and write some things down. Really write down the positive attributes about yourself. The things that just, when you think back, you're like, I'm proud of that. But are you too shy to be vulnerable? Are you too afraid to be proud and tell others because you might hurt their feelings? I've been through that in life where I'm like, I don't want to make them feel bad and celebrate my wins because they didn't win in that area. Don't be like that. You celebrating your wins is going to help them see that they can celebrate theirs and that they can win as well. So always remember that. Don't be ashamed of who you are or how far you've come or the path that you've taken, because again, you are you. And if others haven't chosen to take that path, or if they've taken even a route that you would like to go on, don't be hard on yourself. You are in charge of this bus, car, motorcycle, whatever you decide, scooter. No, I'm just kidding. You are in charge of this journey. You are the one paving this path and no one else. So it is up to you to decide how you celebrate your wins. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like you can't celebrate. Because if they are, that just means they have a lot of self-doubt within them and they don't feel like they could follow the path that you're on or reach the goals that you have reached. That is an insecure, no confidence person, and they will bring you down. That is another thing. Make sure you surround yourself with the best people. You will find that as you go along this journey of self-love and relationship with self, that a lot of people fall away. And that is one thing that you're going to have to get used to. It is heartbreaking, but it happens quite often, and I've had it happen a lot in the last 7 years. But you will also find that you will attract like-minded people and people that actually respect your boundaries and respect yourself the same as you do. It is so amazing to see and to watch this play out like a movie. But I'm telling you, it is hard at first to, one, admit that you need to do this and that you are maybe insecure or codependent or have no confidence. I was all of those things. It is hard to self-reflect and really be honest with yourself. But once you do that, I am telling you, you will create the best relationships with yourself, your family, and great people around you. And you will have an amazing support system. So that's all for today. Thank you. Until next time, much love.